Hello and welcome to the eVIEW training video series from Ambrell, an Ameritherm company. In this initial chapter, I'm going to talk about what eVIEW is, its system requirements, and what's included in the packaging. First, let's review what eVIEW is. It is a PC-based application. It provides the user with real-time graphical displays and storage of induction heating data from Ambrell's EasyHeat and EcoHeat power supplies. In this initial series of videos, we will review the requirements to operate eVIEW. We will install eVIEW on a PC running Windows 7 and connect eVIEW to an EasyHeat power supply. We will also introduce the data acquisition module. This is an optional accessory that is available for eVIEW. Now, let's review the things that you need to install eVIEW. First, you need the eVIEW installation disk. You also need the USB to RS-485 cable. You need a PC running Windows, and you need an Ambrell power supply, whether it's an EasyHeat or an EcoHeat. We will discuss each of these items in detail. Now, let's take a look at the package that you'll receive after ordering eVIEW. First, there's the installation CD. We're going to open it up here, and on the right hand side you'll see the actual installation CD, which has the version number on the bottom, which in this case is 2.11. On the left hand side there's a quick start guide. So it's just a few simple instructions that will get you going quickly with eVIEW. Also within the package is the USB to RS-485 cable. There's two parts to it. There's the converter, which is inside this box. It includes a driver, which you may or may not need, as Windows Update may take care of it, and we'll get into that in a later chapter. And here's the actual electronic device that converts it to RS-485. RS-485 is excellent in industrial environments, as more noise is in industrial settings, so USB doesn't always do the job. Now, here is the other part of it, and this is the actual cable. So now we're just going to go ahead and plug in the RS-485 portion into the USB cable, and then on the cable you'll notice that one side is the USB portion that you can plug into your computer, and then the other side is the RJ45 connector, which is required to connect eVIEW with your Ambrell power supply. The cable is shielded to provide better performance and noise immunity. So here you see the entire package that you'll receive upon ordering eVIEW. Now let's review the EasyHeat requirements for eVIEW. EasyHeat 1 and 2 kilowatt induction heating systems must have firmware that's version 5.00 or higher. If your EasyHeat is above 2 kilowatts, its firmware must be version 6.00 or higher. If you do have an older unit and the firmware is outdated, please call Ambrell for upgrade information. RS-485 communication port must be available on your EasyHeat. It is in fact optional on EasyHeat, so double check for that. Finally, the typical maximum sampling rate is 3 samples per second. Now, let's review the requirements for running eVIEW on your EcoHeat induction heating system. The EcoHeat's firmware must be version 5.00 or higher. For older firmware versions, once again, please call Ambrell for upgrade information. The RS-485 communication port is standard on all EcoHeat power supplies, so if you have an EcoHeat, it should work with eVIEW. Finally, the typical maximum sampling rate with an EcoHeat is 5 samples per second. Now, let's discuss the data acquisition module. The Data Acquisition Module, or DAC, adds the ability to monitor 4 analog channels. Each channel can be configured to read 0 to 10 volts, 4 to 20 milliamps, RTDs, or thermocouples. The DAC connects to a USB port on your PC, and it is sold separately from eVIEW. Please note that the DAC does require a minimum of eVIEW 2.10. Thank you for joining us for the first video in the eVIEW training video series. We hope you enjoyed the first installment, and we hope you'll join us for our next installment, which involves installing eVIEW. Thanks once again.